get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day-to-day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold, I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
When it's around here, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gators. Watching the guy. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Right up.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Trying to hit, and it's a fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Let's go. 10-2 stop. 55. Defense wins championships, baby. You're out. Get it.
Off play action. Costello. And this one complete to Smith. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Costello. Open man is Higgins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
We go! 10 logo.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Hey, echo.
Trubisky will throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. On 1st down, Grant. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Ready! 60 or.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Down. 60 out now. 54.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Look at me. Go.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky. under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Looking to throw. Costello going deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Herb Smith Jr., his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They go play action with Trubisky. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Armstrong. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. This is Grant. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. They could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take...
And that's caught inside the 35. A big pickup of 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Cook. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Watch the eye. Hey, any weapon. Hey, orbit. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. You don't want nothing. Ready?
On 3rd and 2, Costello. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Ready? Mike 51. Danny. 2.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
On 1st down, Grant. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Go.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready? Right there. 54 Mike. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these... Hey, Haywood! Mike 5-4, Get it!
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Taking it about the 36. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. If you're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3, they've got a great shot to do it right here.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh, chance.
Off the play fake. Costello. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Check pass. Watch the twins. Watch the twins. Hey, Alpha. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Costello, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
You can't block me. Check 3. Now.
On 4th down, Costello. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. T.J. Watt. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
You can't block me. Ready?
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's going to launch it for... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Ready, set.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky, he'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Hey, get it.
On second down, Cook. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Cuts right. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And finally down at the 32-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 32-yard line. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Back to throw. Costello throwing middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Kill. Hey, Delta. Check 25. Check 25.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That'll be complete to Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Second and 1. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
Hey, let go.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. 72 yards on the punt return. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to take this one back to the...
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass